Okay, so this is acquaintances to friends transition. This is what most of people who watch this course will need to go through. If you're one of the fortunate few that are friends with your ex and you want to go back from friends to closer relationship, sexual relationship, then realizing that, well, you already know that, but that she realizes that you're meant for each other, then you can skip this part of the course. But for most people, for most men out there that want to get their ex back, this is a crucial point. So how to make sure that you don't overstep the line, so you don't get an angry reaction and ignored again, but at the same time move things so acquaintances becomes friends and friends becomes more. Time and slow increase is the key. There is this old saying in many languages that you can boil the frog if you really increase the temperature slowly. It won't even have the sense to jump out of the pot if you increase the temperature so slowly that the frog doesn't even notice that it's being boiled. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should boil your wife or girlfriend, okay? I'm suggesting that when changes are slight, people don't see it, and it can be done for good and for not so good, but we're doing it for good. I'll give you an example. You probably know this website, ebay.com. And it used to be a yellow website, a website that had yellow background. And that was very early internet, so many things weren't obvious. And when it became obvious that the whole internet is becoming white background, black text, one day they just switched from yellow to white background. And the reaction of the users was outraged. Like, why did you switch? It's so uncomfortable. We hate it. Like, get it out, like put it back like it was. And okay, fine. So eBay did something smart. They went back to yellow background, and then throughout half a year, every day they made the yellow slightly lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter, and over time ended up with a white background, and nobody complained at all. So this is a very good example of what we're going to do, because all the previous things you tried to do most likely were either give me a chance, please, let's talk about this, we can still be together. That's like trying to switch yellow to white, like doing like this thing, and she already made up her mind that no, I don't want to be with you anymore. My mind is made up either to be with this another guy, or to find something else, or to be alone. Doesn't matter. Her mind is made up, but the perception can be changed, the feelings can be changed, and that's what we're doing. Slow is the key. So how does acquaintances who are like distant friends, let's just say that, what's acquaintances, distant friends, treat each other on messengers and social media? They say hi once in a while. What's once in a while? Once in a while is once a week is normal. Hey, how you be? So for example, you can, let's say, Friday night or Saturday night, right? Hey, I hope you had a great week. How are you doing? And that's it. So it doesn't matter if she answers or not. As long as there is no negative answer. Probably she answers, I'm fine, how are you? Okay, so you just confirmed, yes, normal communication is okay. Then the next week, you do it twice a week. You send her a photo of something that you find interesting online. Can't you imagine this? Check out this. One video link to something interesting, or whatever gets you together. Don't send a romantic song. Please don't rush things, okay? Nothing romantic at this stage, because she's hyper aware You have to prove at this stage that you're safe and you're not trying to manipulate her to get her back, even though you are. But you cannot tell her that. Because her mind is set up. You have to go slow. So, the next thing you want to do here is to move slowly from one message to 2-3 messages, to sending her some nice joke that she would appreciate, a link to a blog, whatever is the interest. And just imagine how you would treat an acquaintance that you want to turn into a friend. You slightly increase the communication. So, first week, once, especially if you had conflict before that you just resolved, 1 communication. Next week, 3 communications. Next week, it can be 4. It doesn't have to be every day. It can be 4, and I suggest now to put her on a schedule, but unwittingly. So the third week, all the 4 messages can be right before bedtime. And the good indicator that it's time to do that is that she responds, there are some smiley faces, so she accepted the friendship frame. Okay? And then next week, you do the evening ones, like before bedtime, every day, but you do 3 random ones throughout the day. Here's why. In order to create a strong reaction in people, some things should be predictable, some things should be unpredictable. If you look at any casino structure, they know that and they use it. Our mind thrives at balance of predictability and unpredictability. That's why people get addicted to casino. They don't get addicted to like random flashes of light. That would be random. And they don't get addicted to something boring like watching, watching the railroad tracks and just walking and watching. They need variety. So you press the lever all the time, something happens. Press the lever, wow, 3 sevens, right? This is a combination of predictable events and unpredictable events. That's why you write to her every night, not in the first week. You just listen to what I said, right? The first week you just do it once at random time. Next 3 times. The next 4 times, but at evenings. And the next every night. And the last one at night, the last one, you, or maybe last 2, you wish her good night. And from that moment on, there will be a good night message every evening. Okay? So you transitioned here from just acquaintances to somebody who talks before bed every day. But it took time. If you would do it in 3 days, she says, whoa, didn't we talk about that we just want to be acquaintances? But remember, boiling the frog, doing it slow. You took your time, and that's how you get closer. Okay? So this is the plan. Once you are done with this plan, I'm going to show you how to flirt the things up. Okay, so heat them up. Now, if she's really responsive, you can start heating things up faster. In fact, if she keeps messaging you out of the blue, that's a very good result. That means you don't have to take so many weeks. I gave you the longest scenario, like the scenario from a very unresponsive, unwilling girl or woman. But sometimes it takes shorter. Sometimes it's just like a week and a half, like you go through those stages. How do you know? By how often she responds on messages first. She does it, you go fast, right? But it's simple. And in the next video, I'm going to tell you what to do specifically to create sexual tension in this friendship. Again, step by step. You cannot skip steps. Now I think it's becoming obvious to you. Imagine I would advise you to create sexual tension in the letter, in the conflict letter. That would be way off. Or right after you decide to be acquaintances. You have to go through stages. It's important. And we'll talk about it more in the next video.